Guys, OGC here from the US. Youcef Atal, Algerian international, just won African Cup of Nations with Algeria. 23 years old, and he is connected to Chelsea Football Club. Currently, he plays for Nice in France, and Nice is owned by Jim Ratcliffe, the Britain richest man. He is richer than Abramovich. Jim is not a Chelsea fan. He is a Man United fan, but he always attends Chelsea games because he lives in London and wanted to buy Chelsea from Abramovich. Abramovich rejected so many bids from him, and is said to be around 2 billion. And Abramovich said, "No, I will keep my baby." So Jim went ahead and bought Nice in France. It's been like exactly a month ago. So his ambitions are to make Nice one of the biggest teams in Europe. First of all, to challenge PSG in France, and then be able to be in the Champions League every single year. And what happened the last day of the window, the transfer window, he bought like 5 very good players for Nice. And before I forget, Nice is coached by Patrick Vieira, yes, the ex-Arsenal captain. So they have a lot of ambition, and one of the ambitions are to recruit very young and talented players. Instead of buying big stars, they will develop their own stars at the club. Many clubs were interested in Atal last summer, but Nice always said no because they see him as the future leader and they want to build the team around him. But newspapers in France and Italy reported that Chelsea are trying to sign him this winter if the transfer ban is lifted, or they can sign him and find a deal and then get him when the transfer window will be lifted in next summer. So I have hard time really to believe in this, guys. I always use some common sense, and like I always say, think outside the box. Jim Cliff just bought Nice. He is the richest man in the UK. And then he's trying to get to the Champions League every year. What is the point he's going to sell Atal? That is one question. And Atal, if he comes, he will be challenging Reece James. Because apparently Aspilicueta will leave and Reece James will be on his own in the right back. But how on earth Atal can leave Nice where he is starting every single game and come sit on the bench waiting for some games with Chelsea Football Club? I don't see it happening, guys. I think this is urgent, trying to get him a raise at Nice or sign another contract, or at least try to value his asset. Anyways, the only way I can see Atal coming to Chelsea is if he's tired living in France and he wanna try something different. And at Chelsea, he will get maybe double of the money he is getting at Nice right now. Even if they are bought by the richest man, he is not paying them that much money. The salary cap in Nice is strict. So He might be tempted by the money or a new adventure, knowing that probably he will be sitting on the bench most of the time. So some people would choose the money and some people would choose football. If he chooses football, he will stay at Nice and develop. If he chooses money or new challenge, he will come to Chelsea. But I don't know, man. I don't see it happening. One more thing, I'm not really impressed about the guy. He's good in the French league. He's very small. I always compare him with Torreira from Arsenal. He's that small. He's not physical, but he's very technical. So I don't see him really making it quickly in the Premier League. But who knows? Because we have scout. If Chelsea is going to buy somebody, they might send, a lot of people before to check on him and make sure that we are getting the right player. And I am sick and tired of buying the fill-up players. I would like to buy a first-class player to challenge another first-class player, because we spend a lot of money on players that do nothing at Chelsea Football Club at some point. People like Drinkwater or Timwe Bakayoko or Zappa Costa, we spend tons of money. So it's time for Chelsea to start spending smart instead of try to save money, and ended up by getting a bunch of average players that don't really fit the system or the team. So for me, if I need another right back, I will go all for it, buy the top of the top in Europe, pay even more money, and bring him to Chelsea and challenge Reece James seriously. So if something happened to Reece James, we have another top class player on the bench. We have to start spending smart. Look at City. People are saying City are buying trophies and doing this and that. But if you compare the amount of money they spend on their players and what Chelsea spent, you will find it's almost the same. But Chelsea spent on the wrong people, like Morata, Bakayoko, Danny Drinkwater, Zappa Costa, people like that. And what City spend their money on? Benjamin Mendy, you go there, Emerick Laporte, some top class players in each position. So for me, it's a no. I'm not gonna even bother to sign this guy because he's not proven and he's not a top class. So to conclude, I don't see Jim Ratcliffe doing business with Chelsea Football Club after Chelsea refused the deal, after Abramovich refused to sell the club. And then I don't see Atal coming to Chelsea to sit on the bench unless there is a lot of money involved in his salary and the transfer fees and all that. But since he's not proven and he's not top class, I won't go for him. I will use somebody from the academy until I find a top class and pay the money to get him to Chelsea instead of average players. Chelsea, we need to learn from our mistakes, and this is the right time to do it. Anyways, guys, let me know what do you think about Atal. Am I talking crap here? Maybe you think he's the best and he will improve the team. It's up to you guys. It's just my opinion and you are entitled to your opinion. No need to insult each other. Give me your opinion and we will discuss about it. God bless you and always think outside the box.
what you want, baby, we should be closer than friends. If you OPN and take the high road and hop in.